Hello everybody, and welcome to Brainleak's Wild Art. I'm your host, and I'm your photographer, and today I have a small little video that I want to share with you guys from my own personal experience because I feel like this video will help you understand. Now, the reason why we're making this video is I know that there's people out there that are confused or need help understanding why whenever you see this little icon right here, it shows and beeps red or keeps blinking red. Now, you might not have that issue, but if you are, continue watching the video because we actually explain and show you what that light means. So, it was about yesterday. I went, not yesterday, it was a few days ago. I was doing photos and just everyday photos, walking around, taking pictures of like animals, wildlife, and other stuff like that. And some of it was done in manual mode, so it's mostly manual mode right here. And then some of it was done in a mode called sport, which is this run right here. You see where this guy looks like he's running? Right over here. I normally use those two modes when I shoot photos. Now, went to a location for about 2 to 3 hours, and I was shooting images perfectly fine. And once I got home, I didn't notice this until I just see my battery. I didn't know that until there was an issue that came apart when I was trying to take out the SD card and stick it in my computer. The issue that I faced is that I saw right over here this light was blinking non-stop, like super quick, and it was full on red. Now, if I'll just show you as an example, let's just say and everything that I take photos. So it doesn't do it because apparently the speed is not quick enough, but when this ends up showing up in bleeping red, you may be wondering, well, what's the cause? What's the issue? What if I told you it was something very small, but sometimes can also be a big factor? And the thing that I found out, because I actually did a research myself, I was trying to figure out the answer. Nothing was really helping me. There was like a small thing on the internet that I looked and saw, but there the one thing that I would say. So right now we're gonna do a test run. So let's say you're watching this video and your camera's doing that red light flashing thing right here. Leave your camera on, put it aside for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, if it works and you don't see that light anymore, then that means you have solved the reason of why that light has shown. You may be wondering, well, why did it turn off? Well, the light right here that is on the SD card is known as the processing light. So what it does is that every time you take a picture, so I will show you for an example, we're gonna look at the light right here. Every time you take a picture, I forgot to turn it on. I am very sorry. Every time you take a picture, it shows red, which means that the system processed it and it went to the SD card right here. Now, I thought that I damaged the SD card or something like that, and I got very worried because this camera still works, and it has been working for the past few times I've been doing photos, and the SD card is basically kind of brand new, so I was worried, but I did find out that the reason why this light was flashing is because the images and the processor weren't collaborating with each other very quickly. So what happened was I was in sport mode, that little mode that I showed you earlier with the guy running or the person running. I took so many images that the camera didn't have time to process all of them. So when I told you to put the camera aside for 10 to 15 minutes, that's allowing the camera to process those images so that way they come out nice and fine. Now, let's say you do put it aside 10-15 minutes and it still doesn't go away, the light. Wait another 10-15 minutes. If that doesn't work, check your camera settings or check the SD card. See if the SD card is causing any issues. If both of them are fine, settings and SD card, then what I would say is make sure you download all the photos that you have, save them, and try and reformat the card. And the way you can do that is by the settings. I would show you how to do it on this camera, but I haven't really saved the recent images yet, and I don't want to lose them. So, but yeah, so just for future, the red light that shows right here is because the system didn't get the correct time to process all the images. So just leave it aside. It should perfectly go away, and then you have a camera that continues working. Now you might get scared at first when you see that, but after you watch this video, you'll understand what it is. It's nothing really major right now, but it's something that has to do with the processor. But I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If you do have more questions, let me know in the comments. I have another video that's going to be coming out where we talk about image stabilization and what does that mean on a camera lens. So stay tuned for that, and we have more adventures coming our way. I almost forgot that line.